first floor of a building. Torrential rainfall occurring with these storms and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways.
I'm where Lake City got hit though, I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of outside of Lake City. There's some damage that was evident.
Okay.
You just can't go through Lake City, they got power lines down.
Are you doing a velocity check?
What is that doing up there?
I was wondering.
I like it because it's not moving very fast.
Yeah.
Spin up's over there by that tower. See it?
Alright, let's go.
Boy, it's going to be coming there shortly.
Oh yeah. Here it comes. We just need to keep an eye on these guys down to the south. We're gonna be. So this season, since it had started a little bit slower, I had actually teamed up with Mike Sutton and went down south to Kansas to see if we could see anything. Ooh, that's a nice view right there. Oh, perfect. Damn, just back into it.
Watch behind me for cars. Always back in, never before.
Alright, well, Mike and Eric here from MSM, we're out here actually. Iowa hasn't had a whole lot, it's had a slow start to severe weather, so we decided to kind of do a road trip and go down to Kansas, as this is one of the first bigger severe weather days that was forecasted, and it falls on Mother's Day weekend, just like last year, and then Iowa's supposed to be in it tomorrow, so I don't know. I mean, you think it was worth it coming down here? I guess we'll find out. So the wind's kind of coming up, so this one's going right over us right now. Not severe warned right now, but we're keeping an eye on it because it has potential. It's kind of been growing and developing and dying off a little bit and then growing, so we'll see what happens.
I think we're just northeast of Wichita.
Yeah, we're close to El Dorado, Kansas.
Yeah. The coolest thing out here right now, between the cows running and the clouds, is that big rain shaft over there. I just gotta be dumping a lot of rain. These cows out here running away from it. It's kind of hard to see, but
Cows running away from the storm. By the time we got there, it fizzled out. There wasn't even a severe warned storm in that area. It was strong at the time, but just never kept up to speed. And that was actually a moderate risk area where we were targeting for that day, and it just kind of shifted and changed as these things do. Severe weather season for 2015, it had a slow start up in Iowa area, at least in upper Midwest, as tradition calls for it. Generally the south central area of the United States gets the weather first, so talking about Texas, Oklahoma, they kind of seal the thunder, pun not intended. So severe weather still potential a little bit later this afternoon as we get our next round, which would be more severe, possibly tornadic.
Hey fellas, I'm not sure if you guys are on or not or what you're doing. Calhoun County up just by Carroll or just north of Carroll. First tornado warning tonight.
Yeah, I saw that. There's apparently a confirmed tornado moving towards Lake City.
This is supposed to be where a tornado was earlier. There's some damage. Looks like power companies out working on some power poles, power lines, and first responders.
Storms in southern Iowa blooming.
This tornado's going right for Lorenz now, dude.
Yeah, Eric, that's definitely developing a hook, that's for sure.
Damage. Abandoned house.
Dude, that tornado was big. I just seen a picture Channel 13 posted. It was a big boy.
Power's out up here. It's darker than crap.
Eric, if you're making that journey, you want to go into Lake City. They have significant damage. They took a pretty big tornado.
You can't go through Lake City. They got power lines down there. So to turn everybody except those who are living there.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
We'll see ya.
I'll turn around. And then Michael and Mike, as the first time all three of us for this season were able to go chasing. We went out to Nebraska. Michael, the driver. There's Mike over here. Howdy. And this is Eric. We're jamming to the Twister soundtrack as we're doing a chase. So it's kind of ironic, but it fits. We're currently in Nebraska, heading down towards Kansas. This is May 16, 2015. Backtrack from Lincoln area of Nebraska back into Iowa. Quite lowering, I don't know. It's just scud, but it's still. Are you doing a velocity check?
I could look.
was kicking up dust big time over there.
I
See it over there by that spin ups over there by that tower.
Oh yeah.
See it?
That tall one?
Yeah. There's dust going up.
Oh shit. You see that dark? Looks like a gusnado.
Kinda, yeah.
Were they
See that, Michael?
burning stuff over there, or was that actually them?
No, that was dust because it was over there and then it's moving over there.
Oh, it was over there?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that puppy's still going.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, why weren't we over there?
We could, but I don't know.
Yeah, like it's just
It wouldn't take that long to cut over and it'd probably keep going. Look at it.
disappearing and then it reappears.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just on the leading edge because I've encountered that. It's just the winds. And when we were in western Iowa, we had actually stopped, and there was a shelf cloud moving over. It was just below the severe limit.
What is that doing up there?
That's what I was wondering. You want a picture real quick?
Let me get my...
No, I'm good. I'm just keeping an eye on that.
wind speeds within that system were not really going much above 55. Alright, we have a shelf cloud moving in. This is Adair, Iowa. Midwest Storm Monitors, Mike, Michael, and Eric out by Adair, Iowa.
Spotters may be needed this evening. The no weather radio station may be seven thunderstorms is expected across the Midwest as a potent storm system moved through the region.
I like it because it's not moving very fast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it in.
Yeah, that's pretty well.
I wonder if they'll put a warning on it after you do that.
That would make me feel awesome if they did.
Yeah, I've been a part of that a couple of times before.
We're over by Adair, Iowa currently, near Interstate 80, and we're heading back east, and I see a nice well-defined shelf cloud.
What they say?
Well, they were glad to hear it. They were just saying basically that there's no current warning on it, and they're not currently pursuing one. They're thinking maybe a wind event, but still below severe limits. by the time it actually reached central Iowa, especially around the Boone County, Dallas County, Boone County areas, it actually did produce a tornado. The tornado warning was issued on it, and this was about 3 in the morning, and there's damage, wind damage through Boughton and then in Ogden, Iowa.
All right, bye-bye.
Situation had come up to where it was deemed by both sides that I discontinue from the Midwest Storm monitors, and so I left Mike and Michael. I wanted to kind of go in my own direction as well.
Hi, my name is Matt. I'm with the Central Iowa Weather Center.
A colleague of mine from work, the 9-to-5 job, Matt, who also had a passion. He never did any field work or any kind of spotting at all, so it was new to him. So I'm kind of taking him under my wing to get him caught up into speed where the others on the team had some kind of history or background in storm spotting and/or meteorology. So
since I was a kid, I wanted to see a tornado in real life. Put on some of my bucket list of things to still see. Met Eric at my job. Let him know I was interested. Somehow I missed the classes that night. I think I was busy doing something. So Eric just said, "Hey, if there are storms coming on, just tag along." So I'm interested in tagging along. Want to see a tornado sometime this next year. Be taking the classes.
Eric decided to kind of go in a different direction and make his own storm spotting group, and he had asked me to help him with it.
I teamed up with an old storm spotter buddy of mine, James, and Casey, of course.
Both my mom and my brother are in the fire department, so I've sat through numerous amounts of storm spotting classes previous, and I'm a really big science nerd, so I already knew things about storms and spotting storms and what happens and all that fun stuff. So
I asked him, wanted to be a part of it. Came here about May 21st. We talked some things over, saw some videos.
I used to be scared to death of storms, and that still hasn't left me. So I was a little nervous being out there with him.
With Eric, myself, Casey, and James.
James is kind of the mystery guy behind the scenes. He's more of the updater of our information shared on our network.
But it was interesting to go over all of the science of the storm and kind of do that again.
He's the mystery man, and he actually does quite a bit. He does a lot of the updates, and he'll do storm spotting every once in a while. It'd be nice to team up with him eventually, and maybe that day will come.
So begin that experience going, and I think this year's a kind of put the training wheels on. Next year goes, take training wheels off.
I think Central Iowa Weather Center will be a very interesting and integral part of sharing information for the weather geeks out there. So this is Eric Kline with the Central Iowa Weather Center. These storms aren't severe, and there's not really any tornado watch or anything. There has been funnel clouds reported with these storms today, but this is just a demonstration of the upper level wind shear, as there is some rotation, and some of the rotation I've seen has just been horizontal, thank goodness, so they're not putting down tornadoes. But so I'm just kind of keeping an eye on it. Right now it's just a bunch of clouds kind of doing a dance right now, but they are kind of rotating. May 26th 2015 at approximately 5:45 p.m. in the afternoon.
At 7:37 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located 6 miles east of Avenue of the Saints Event Center, or 7 miles southwest of Indianola, moving east at 20 miles per hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-ton hail.
Just reporting about pea-size hail. It actually compared it to diamond, it's just smaller than that, so.
My first time out this year was on June 11th, I believe was the date. Went down to the border of the Iowa, Missouri, near Bethany, the Princeton area. Storm chase for first time with Eric. Yeah, June 11th was a very active day in the storm. Met up with Eric after work, went down to the Iowa-Missouri border.
The first one that I took Matt out on, he got pretty excited, like a kid in a candy store, I must admit, and it was a very adrenaline rush. It was the most beautiful shelf cloud, and the colors of it were amazing. It's Matt and Eric out here, and we have a wicked looking shelf cloud moving this way. Probably not the best day to be out doing that right now. Hopefully they get to where they need to get going.
It was one of the most magnificent things I've seen.
Yep, just severe warning. This one was severe warned. It had been known to have winds above 60 mile an hour in it, and it had produced a tornado just about 30 to 45 minutes before we intercepted it.
14. Do not drive your vehicle. Commercial radio and television outlets or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Repeating, severe thunderstorm.
Alright, it's coming.
287 now includes the following counties.
We have some greenage.
Rodney, Worcester, Putnam, and Sullivan. Remember, a tornado watch means that conditions are favorable for the development.
Wow. I know, right?
The following counties in Missouri: Grundy, Harrison, Worcester, Putnam, and Sullivan. And listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet
Alrighty.
severe weather information. Repeating, tornado watch number 285 remains in effect until 9 p.m. for the following counties.
Look at that. Comes to win.
Here it comes. Wind and heavy rain. I'm looking at this from a standpoint of
Looks like all the rain down that way. It's going to be coming there shortly.
get back in. Go ahead. We did hit some pea-size hail or so, nothing substantial.
That's really good. I thought it was amazing. I mean, it's like the rush of adrenaline when you see the storm coming in. Get all the rain, you can see that, get the hail. And the wind was just crazy. It's like the adrenaline just goes through it goes right through the roof. And best thing about that, along the way back, on the back end of it, some pretty sweet rainbows going on. In fact, at one point I believe we saw 2 of them.
Some over in that area as well. We're in a terrible place now.
Pretty much.
We should have gone animal walk. This is a terrible place.
at the updraft in that. See it?
I know, it's a really strong updraft.
The two collide. Is this like the moment where a man meets a woman?
No.
And they produce a tornado as the baby?
No, this is not it.
Stay positive. Maybe, but I am concerned.
That would be. The things get low.
Yeah.
We should get down.
Not yet.
Yeah, there's.
Definitely.
Yep, there's rotation.
Do we have a tornado here?
Yeah, I do.
Can you? Well, not always. Because it's not wrapping up to where I feel it's a tornado just yet. Too much scud.
Yeah.
This is a hell of a view for this shit, though. Good news. I mean, this is coming this way slowly.
Yeah.
That's going that way.
Yeah. And then there's something.
Lightning.
A little scud down.
Yeah, I saw that too. Did you get a good picture of that? Still a wall cloud with it though.
Yeah, there's still that. Yeah, still the big metal tower.
Storm chasing at Gettysburg. I went out with Casey on this storm. This one was stacked. It was impressive. Winds in it to where, I mean, severe warned. It had winds of 80 plus mile an hour in it. Of course, we didn't want to be too close to that because 80 mile an hour can do damage.
Yeah, it was a stacked shelf cloud. It was cool.
We stayed at close distance. I had actually James monitoring it from remotely, and he was giving updates as well and making sure we're positioned where we need to be.
That it was dead, and then you got all that wind, and you could just see the shelf cloud move in, and we had all that heavy rain.
Alright, let's go.
Lightning has been detected near your location.
No shit. He had an app on his phone for the storm, so it's like, there's lightning located in your area. I'm like, nah, shit. There's lightning located in my area? I can't see it. It was beautiful.
Beats better than driving into a tornado. It'll be fun. They say you're safer in your vehicle if you're in a lightning storm than outside.
Dangerous storm will be near. Update around 5:35 p.m. Other locations impacted by this dramatic thunderstorm. This includes intersection 85 between mile markers.
Because of me, I just called in a funnel cloud. They're now issuing a tornado warning for this storm. This is why we do what we do. And I'm with Casey, by the way. She had actually spotted it, so congratulations, Casey, for that. It was over there, took some photos. It's been really wet with a lot of high precip storms that have been moving through, and late in the season as well.
Okay.
Wind's coming up.
Probably look weird.
I'm like, what? I'm used to it. Alright, this is the town of Vale. Heading into it. Wind gusts still going, sustained wind gusts and heavy rain. July, and even in August, we started out with some heavy rain producers. One in particular, at the end of July, had dropped a substantial amount of rain. We're talking about 5 to 7 inches within a matter of hours. So there was a lot of flooding in Warren and Marion counties, flash flooding like crazy. So it's a lot of waiting. There's a lot of waiting with this. Severe thunderstorms just to my north, and it's moving this way. This one's a really heavy rain producer. Flash flooding up the yin yang. Puddles where puddles don't belong, that kind of thing. Over there, that is the heavy precip, and it's coming this way. People have flooded basements, including myself. Casey and I, we had the basement downstairs. Luckily, it's an older basement, limestone, brick, mortar, concrete, things of that nature. It's not furnished or anything like that.
I picked the best time in the whole wide world to go see my mommy. We were getting some heavy rain, and right as I was heading home, I was driving through it, and it was really heavy rain, and it stopped about a dare. I kept going west, there's nothing, but here at home we got 6 to 7 inches in Indianola, and about the same amount here in Pleasantville, and our basement actually flooded.
Fun. So we were able to get that out of there and dry it out, and we got lucky compared to some of our neighbors.
Very considerably lower amount than most people that here in town that were affected. There were people with 4 to 5 feet of water in their basement. Furnaces got ruined, water heaters. One of the girls I work with, her washer and dryer were down there.
This includes Interstate 35 between mile markers 51 and 66. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Torrential rainfall occurring with these storms and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 6 p.m. for the following counties in Iowa, Madison, and Warren. The severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Polk County is canceled. The storms which prompted out of the area. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. Additional strong thunderstorms continue south of Pleasantville. Wind damage to roofs, siding and trees. Locations attacked given Norwalk, and Martinsdale, coming to St. Mary's.
It'll be exciting to see what the next seasons bring for us, and we'll see how it goes.
And this has been the 2015 look back for the 2015 severe weather season through the Midwest, particularly Iowa, and we'll continue even in the off season throughout winter and every other month to keep you updated and pass along information from what we come across. So stay safe, and weather alert.
Boy, it's going to be coming there shortly.
Oh yeah, here it comes.